Guys, we are going grassroots RC car racing today. I am beyond stoked. I've got a Tamiya, I've got a Kyosho I'm going to bring with me, and I've got something a little more modern to bring along as well. Hope you guys enjoy the episode.
Excellent!
So last week I got a phone call from a fella named Sean. Like a lot of us, Sean's been in the hobby for most of his life and he's raced in competitive leagues many times in the past. But he wanted to start something different, a club of his own where it was a little more laid back and really kind of get back to the grassroots feel of RC car racing. When he called me up and kind of explained what he was doing, I got so excited. I've raced a lot in my life, and like most of you guys know with like the speedrun competitions, I'm not a very competitive person. I just don't have that in my DNA. But I love getting cars out on the track and ripping around with a bunch of the boys and having a good time. And that's exactly what Sean's created here at Sooke Scale Racing. It's an indoor carpet track that for the first portion of the night is going to be set up with some ramps, and then with about an hour left in the night, they take the ramps off and you can run like a road car, TT02s, TT01s, that kind of thing. Anything that you wouldn't normally want to use over jumps. And just like on last week's episode, I'm going to get a little nostalgic here. Again, going back to when I was a poor boy back in the 80s, my family did not have money for RC cars. But my dad would take me to the mall every Sunday, me and my little sister. And back then, remember guys, malls were closed on Sundays. And at that time, guys were racing those Kyosho 1/4 scale nitro go-karts. And we would sit there and we'd watch those guys race. We didn't have a car to run or anything like that. We would just go there and just enjoy the racing. It was just a fun thing to watch and a fun thing to do with dad and your sister on a Sunday afternoon. Just a bunch of people getting together, enjoying the hobby. And I love that. Thank you, Sean, for setting this up. This is super cool. I've decided I want to bring 3 cars, 2 that can handle some jumps and 1 that won't handle the jumps, 1 just for the flat level racing. The first one I'm going to bring, guys, is my Tamiya DB01 Durga. Look at this beauty. A lot of you guys saw this one. I built this one about 1.5 years ago, I think, on the channel. I did some pretty wacky stuff with it, obviously, with these moon dish wheels and this psychedelic paint job that I put on there. I also put some nice modifications on this. I've got I forget what Tamiya calls these shocks, but it's just their high-end aluminum oil-filled dampers. Inside here, you guys, you can see I've got a 25 kg servo, and I'm running the super stock. That is the RZ motor in there. It does have some race DNA. They did have a TRF version of this, the 501X, I think they called it, but this is just the DB01 Durga. No slipper clutch, dual belt drive, center mounted spur gear. Like, it's just a really, really cool chassis. And with the adjustable toe, the adjustable turnbuckles, really nice suspension on it, and a good set of tires like it came with, this is a perfect car to take on a indoor off-road track. This one I always wanted to drive, so I'm shaking. I'm so excited about getting this thing out tonight. You'll see I did add a CNHL sticker in there, guys. Shameless self-promotion, but CNHL has been supporting the channel for a lot of years, and I am a huge fan of their battery packs, guys. I will be running one of their batteries in the Durga tonight. I've been running their battery packs, 2S, 3S, 4S, and 6S packs. The 4S and 6S packs have been running in my Arma Mojave 6S. Guys, they're just ballistic. It's so fast. Great batteries, great price point, awesome customer service. I can't say enough good things about CNHL. Link down below. Check out their website if you're looking to buy some batteries. They've got you covered. They got everything. The lithium high voltage batteries, they've got standard batteries, they got shorties, you name it. They've got a huge selection. Check them out. I think you'll love them. I am excited to get the Durga on a carpet track. Yes. Okay, what's going to be the next one? This next car I have had for almost 1 year, and I've been trying to get it out. It's been sitting back here in the back 40 for a little while. The Kyosho Dirt Cross. This is a beautiful looking buggy. I took it to the skate park once. I broke one of my front hinge pin retainers off a bad landing. It took me a long time to get replacement parts, but I finally got them, got it fixed up, and it just hasn't been driven. So I am really stoked, although it doesn't really have the best carpet tires on here. I'm sure these will still do the trick. They're actually a really soft compound, but they're, more of an off-road tire. We were going with they had the Dirt Master, then the Dirt Cross. I went with a dirt themed motor, and in there we've got the Tamiya Dirt Tuned. Can you see that? Sorry for the glare. That was gifted to me from one of you viewers. You know who you are. Thanks, brother. So that's where that motor went. Dirt Cross, Dirt Tuned. I thought it kind of made sense. Again, we've got the 25 kg waterproof Amazon servo, but another great buggy, not a huge price point buggy, big oil-filled shocks. They're plastic. You do have adjustable toe, adjustable camber on this guy. And I'm going to run it on this same 2S battery pack, this 8200 milliamp pack from CNHL. These are awesome. And with that high milliamp rating, because I don't want to bring a charger and all that stuff with with me. So with the high milliamp rating, these will give me a lot of runtime. There's one more car I'm going to be taking racing with me tonight. This is an RC car that just exudes grassroots racing, the Losi NASCAR. When these came out last year, my review video, I named it Parking Lot Racing is Back. When I look at these cars, these are just, I mean, they look so nice. They're totally licensed NASCAR replicas. They're four-wheel drive. They're inexpensive. This is just fun grassroots RC car racing, and I would love to see this take off. I have heard there's spots in the US that have tried to get some of this racing going, but they're having a hard time with parts. Big thing being tires. The stock tires aren't the best on a track, and from what I understand, Losi does sell an upgrade set of tires, but they're just never in stock. But that's a small problem. That's something that can be fixed. I'm sure if we tell them loud and clear enough that we want better tires, we want to race these, they'll set us up. So if you guys haven't had a look at one of these guys yet, take a quick gander here. This is a great little four-wheel drive platform. Independent suspension. You can see the tires already have some wear on them because I did do some parking lot racing with it. Just a little brushed motor back here, 2-in-1 ESC receiver combo with micro receiver up front. My only complaint is that they're using these proprietary smart batteries and you have to use the smart charger system. I am not a fan of these. Mine's actually charging right now, but it's not to say that I'm not a fan of this battery or anything like that, but I'm not a fan of proprietary battery systems. If every large RC manufacturer goes out and does proprietary batteries, especially on something like this, like a grassroots racer, it starts taking away from the grassroots racing feel of everything. It starts saying, hey guys, make sure you're using our stuff or else it's not going to work. And that's just not cool. In the world of grassroots, I don't think that's cool. In the world of racing or competitive RC, I totally get it. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. I mean, the technology in these batteries is really cool. If you notice, there's no balance plug in this thing. And I think it's after 72 hours, this battery will automatically put itself into storage mode. But the fact that I have to buy a Losi smart charger to charge this battery, and then a Traxxas smart charger to charge that battery, and then another smart, no, guys, I think it's, I get what they're doing, but I think they're missing the plot a little bit. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. All right, guys, so I've got a few more batteries to get charged up. I got some tuning to do, and then we're going to get out and get these things racing. Before we head out to the track, just another reminder, guys, we still have the raffle going on for the Tamiya Blitzer Beetle. Guys, look at that paint job. Oh my gosh. Look, you can see my fingerprint under the door handle. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. And no, it's not completely finished yet, because if you win this raffle, you get some choices. If you're getting caught up, guys, my wife is an auto body painter. She painted this thing with real Volkswagen L041 in an auto body spray booth. There's a whole video on it. I'll put a link down below if you guys want to check that out. This is the nicest Volkswagen Blitzer Beetle body you're ever going to see. My original plan was to put decals on it and clear over top of those decals to seal everything in. But once you guys saw this, a lot of you guys said, don't you dare put stickers on that. It's way too nice. So if you win this, you've got some options. We can go stickers, no stickers. We can maybe paint the wheels like a satin black is what I would do if I was going to keep it. We'll do the nose cone in the same black so it matches the body. No stickers or maybe just minimal stickers. Guys, this is your chance to own something that's really, really amazing that you will not find anywhere else. Link in the description box down below to the raffle for this guy. Tickets only a couple bucks. All right, let's go racing.
You are brave putting that up with these.
Ooh. No steering and then wiggly back end. What is going on?
I'm just sitting here editing this right now and I realize how horrible my driving looks. So give me a break. It's been almost 10 years since I've driven. And the car has, like, it was pushing a lot. I mean, I did not set anything up, okay? Like, it was set up very poorly. So the car is pushing a lot. And I'm just kind of getting the feel of the car, getting the feel of the track, and really getting a lot of rust off of my driving instincts. So bear with me with my sloppy driving. It'll get better in this video, I promise you.
So overall, I was really happy with the suspension on the Durga. It was really, really nice. It feels a little bit heavier on the track. It's kind of it feels like a bit of a heavier rig.
Wow, it pushes through the turns.
Which is hard.
Yeah, oh yeah.
it definitely plows and pushes hard through the turn. So I'd have to adjust my suspension and my setup a little bit to deal with that. But overall, it felt really, really good on the track. I was actually quite surprised.
It's so pushy. Oh.
You can see through a lot of the turns, there's a lot of body roll. It's got a lot of weight to it. So maybe it would stand well to have some thicker shock oil in there or something, but overall, I was really happy with how the Durga performed. Oh, she got a hard hit there. Got smoked. The only downside of the Durga was that I could feel the motor starting to fade a little bit, and I've got a brand new battery in there with a high capacity, so I know it wasn't the battery. So when I started to feel the fade in the power output, I brought it in to check it out, and you could, when you can smell the heat from your motor, it was getting really hot. And I've had that problem with the super stock RZs in the past, actually. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have had issues with yours getting too hot. I don't think I was overdriving it. I was definitely driving it hard, but not overdriving it. So I was a little bit concerned that the motor got as hot as it did.
I thought it was safe over there, but it's not.
Yeah, no worries, bud. Guys, the Durga's running so nice. I can't believe it. The super stock TZ motor is getting pretty hot there. I can actually smell it. Yeah, I don't have a temp gun with me, but it's really hot. But I'd say it runs really nice on the track. It pushes like crazy. You guys could probably even see on the head-mounted camera there how much it was pushing through the turns. But I don't have this thing set up, dialed in whatsoever. These are stock tires, the whole 9 yards. I'm just so happy to get to drive a Durga on a track. I'm gonna go Marshall for a bit. Rock and roll. Time to give the Dirt Cross a shot.
Right off the bat, guys, you can see that the Dirt Cross just seems to have some better manners on the track than the Durga did. I have never weighed the two, but I'm going to say that the Dirt Cross feels like it just drives like a lighter vehicle than the Durga. You see it no longer am I pushing through the turns. Look at that. It just really hooks up through the turns. And I'm running the stock tires that it came with, which are actually a really soft rubber compound. And they hooked up really well on this track without damaging it. And there, look at that. It actually had so much grip that I'm blowing my tires off. Silly me, I did not even think.
So I may have forgotten to glue my tires before I came today, thinking I was just going to be doing some leisurely fun racing. Hate to say it, guys, but this thing actually gets around the track a bit better than the Durga does. Although I was pushing the Durga pretty hard. Tires off. Guess we forgot to glue their tires. This guy. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
What is this?
It's a Losi NASCAR. 4-wheel drive, brushed, RTR. Well guys, I made a little change to the Durga suspension because it was pushing like crazy. Jacked up the back end a little bit or dropped the back end I should say, and jacked up the front end a little bit. Kind of removed some of that push and it was working, but when I was playing around in the pit, I happened to have lost my drive pin. That little pin that goes at the end of your little stub axle right there. And of course, being Tamiya, it's not a standard size, so I don't have a spare that would work, and nobody here else has a spare because Tamiya. They've got to do things their own way. And it's not even a 12 mil hex. It's like, I don't know what that is, 11 or 10 mil hex, so I can't use the 12 mil hex off something else. So that's kind of a bummer. So hopefully my tires stay on now. They've been resting for a while, probably a good 20 minutes. Hopefully that glue is set. If not, we will find out. Let's hope these tires stay on. These tires are so grippy. Look how it turns. It's not fast, but it's actually a bit easier to drive than the Durga because it's a little slower. It's got a lot more traction and the suspension feels really nicely tuned for the track, believe it or not.
Well, my tires are finally staying glued to the wheels, so that's a good thing. For some reason, it does sound unusually loud. I'm not sure why. But something about the way it's set up with the suspension, the torquey motor, the grippy off-road tires, it just bites in the turns very aggressively.
It's so grippy.
While I had the Durga that was plowing through the turns, now I'm driving a Dirt Cross that really bites into a turn. Completely different driving experience between the two vehicles. I'm getting a little more comfortable with the track now and getting comfortable with the car, and I'm able to turn some pretty good lap times. Really getting a feel for it here now.
This Dirt Cross is so good on this track, guys. It's awesome. I never would have thought that.
I actually ended up running so many laps, I had to edit some of it out. I think I must have been standing up and just running for about 20 minutes. And the motor wasn't getting hot, the battery was still good to go. I can't say enough good things about these batteries. But I was running for so long, I felt guilty. I had to put the controller down, get out and marshal for a little bit.
I lost count a long time ago how many laps that was. And this thing just kept going and going and going. The motor's getting pretty hot at this point, so I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit, but this Dirt Cross actually handled really well on the track. I am very surprised. Bone stock. So it's that time of the night, guys, where you can see they took all the ramps off the track. They're all getting loaded up in the truck outside. And of course, this is the perfect time to bust out my other Toyota Camry, the Martin Truex Jr. I'll warn you now though, these little things are loud. Yeah, in my video, everybody was saying like, that thing is so loud. Whew, it's like on skates.
So it definitely took a little bit of getting used to after driving buggies that were four-wheel drive with big tires, with high grip tires. I think one of the biggest complaints I hear from people about the Losi NASCARs is the tires aren't the best. And you can see me, I was overdriving it here at the very beginning. But even already at this point, I'm starting to kind of get it a little bit. Stop using so much throttle through the turns. And just started to understand how the car was going to transfer weight and how it was going to slide on the track. And you can see turn by turn, I started getting better and better with it. By the end of it, I could get this thing around the track pretty well, guys, even with the stock tires and no tire sauce. Just bone dry stock tires. Check it out.
That was a lick. There we go, nice and straight. It's the NASCAR way. Whoa, dripping through the turn.
I don't know about you guys, but when I'm racing, I like to be chasing somebody. I don't like to be chased. And in this case, Dale just passed me in his yellow and green, I believe it's a Yokomo, and it was just like game on. I like to play the cat and mouse. I like to be the cat chasing the mouse. I find when I'm out front, I get nervous, I make mistakes, and I get passed easily. So this was a lot of fun right here. Dale is a great guy that I met. He was the first guy to give me his controller, say, hey, try this car out, try this out. Great guy. And we had a lot of fun turning some laps together right here.
Whoa, spun out.
The three of us going at it here was pretty much the highlight of my race night. It was so fun. And watch this right here, right here. Oh, thread the needle right between the two. Couldn't do that again if I tried. But that was so awesome. Finally got out front with the little Losi NASCAR. What a great night of racing.
Want to give it a whirl? Have you driven one?
Sure.
It's completely RTR, nothing fancy, but it actually works pretty good.
It looks pretty cool running around.
Yeah, it's
like
cool.
A bunch of those would be really cool.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It'd be cool to get like a spec class kind of going with it.
Yeah.
I'd love to grab some footage, so.
Oval one, right?
Yeah. We got a new driver for the Losi NASCAR. It's a young Colton here. So last up on the night tonight, guys, is the Euro truck. So this is the TT01. You guys know the chassis, been out forever. And with these really, really cool Euro truck bodies on them. The guys all seem really passionate about racing these at the end of the night, so let's check them out.
First one, 5 laps. Counting on laps. 5, 3, 2, 1, go.
So guys, we're going to start wrapping this one up here. So again, a big thank you to Sean for inviting me out and Dale for being so hospitable and you guys opening your doors and, you know, allowing me to get all this great footage and share this great RC racing scene with everybody that you guys have built. Thank you guys so much for the invite. It was awesome. I can't wait to go back, and shout out to all the guys that came out racing as well. I forget most of the names. I'm terrible with names. I apologize, guys. But everybody there was just so nice, so welcoming, and it was just a really fun night of Grassroots RC racing. If you're ever on Vancouver Island, make sure you come and check out Sooke Scale Racing. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them shared in the Poor Boys RC Facebook group. And of course, if you guys have any questions, throw them down in the comment section below. Happy to get back to each and every one of you guys. And stay tuned for lots more race action to come. Be excellent to each other.